I am LordMaddog, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program. Last time, we built ourselves a toy plane. It was super small, very lightweight. And the way we did that is because that way it can be crafted really fast and efficiently on different planets that don't have a lot of production power. Uh, the only problem was it didn't work on Eva. No air intake. I mean, who knew? Really? I kind of thought, yeah, but no. I thought, yeah. Well, anyway, it didn't work. And then we unlocked EM drives, and I was utterly disappointed with them as well. Maybe I was too harsh on them. You can comment about my thoughts on EM drives, but uh, in the current iteration of this game, the 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 thrust to rate ratio would require you to sit AFK for hours. Now, if in real life it wouldn't matter because you're going to stay in space for months, and that would make it completely usable and awesome. I mean, 16 kilonewtons for 20 megawatts of power. That's awesome in space. Even if you have a big ship, I mean that would enable you to change your orbit, even begin to, well, I mean, just take a look at the Tesla Roadstar that's in space. It's not going to make it to Mars, or it overshot Mars, undershot Mars. I'm not really sure which. It's going to end up in the asteroid belt, or not quite close to the asteroid belt. But if it had an EM drive on it and a nuclear reactor of some kind, it could correct its flight path over the 2 years it's going to take to get to Mars, or the year it's going to take to get to Mars, and that'd be perfectly fine. But I'm not going to sit here for a month and a half while I correct my flight path. So that kind of makes it not game usable. I understand why it's totally mathematically and scientifically perfect. I understand it, but it would also, if I could tell it to do a maneuver, why I am not doing it, that would be different. But I have to actually sit there and do that maneuver. So I'm going to stop my rant now, and we're going to build a bus, a space bus, that would carry at least 10, 12, maybe 15 Kerbal Space Program Kerbals with it. At least that's my plan. All right, so we're going to build this bus. No, don't need that. Well, nope. So that has a decent amount of seats, that one does. We're going to need some type of fuel. No. Let's see. How are we going to propulse this thing once we get it into space? Yeah, let's use this. A Mach 3 down to that. And let's use an Attila thruster. Yes, and use hydrogen. Yeah, I think we're going to use hydrogen. And we're going to need a little bit more hydrogen than that provides then as well. So 2,000, that should be enough hydrogen. Let's see. The medium disband rate receiver, yeah. I think we're going to use that. Here we are. That will provide 2 to thrust ratio, but not quite enough. There, that helps. Definitely helps. All right, now 2.3, that would definitely be enough. But we will also need to have it on some. I've never used these things. The hydrazine. We could try out this hydrazine thermal. I mean, these things. And I'm going to use those just for backup, just in case, we run out, then they can kind of use them. No, okay, well, we're going to assign them to a top here and bottom. that would enable me to maneuver quite easily. Let's see what we got for different types of gas pellets here. Monopellet, hydrazine, monopellet, methane, yeah, they will give me methane. Inflatable. Yeah, let's put some inflatable ones on the side. Fill it up with methane here. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. That should be enough methane for any maneuverings I have to do. Mostly that's I would think for once I land on my top, I want to use that to flip over and get on my front. I mean, okay, once I land on my butt on Minimus, I'm going to use my maneuvering jets to tip myself over so I can drive. Alright, let's test this thing out. Well, wait, we also need some type of cooling, otherwise it will become very inefficient and I won't be able to actually use my Attila drive. So we need some type of cooler here. Yeah, that looks good. Looks pretty cool. Now, I know this isn't going to take off. So if you think I'm thinking this is going to take off, no, I know better than that. This doesn't have any wings on it. It's not meant to. But it does have a decent thrust to weight ratio, and it moves, and I can move it along the ground. I think that's probably fine. It's pretty much all I need from it at this point. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Woo. Space bus. Bigger wheels just a little bit. And yeah, that's it. Space bus. We're gonna fill it up with all my Kerbals. We're gonna get as many engineers as they can here. Oh, I have no money left. Oh wow, look at that. All right. And I don't have enough to fill up the space bus, Kerbal wise, I don't think. So we're gonna fill it up. We need at least 2 scientists. No, we need 3 scientists at least. 4 scientists would be nice. We 12 out of 20. Alright, it's launched. Space bus. Activate, and we're going to pull in my things there. Set that as my target. Maneuvering node. Create node. Can't execute node because I'm using Attila breath thruster. It'll automatically instantly try to activate it, and that's not going to go good for me. Hopefully I actually have some. And I'm not. Oh, I am lucky. Okay, good. I need to make my relays a little bit better off, but we're going pretty good. Farband. Okay, yep, farband is pretty good with this. We have 5 megawatt thrust, which gives us 0.5 thrust, which we're in space already, so it doesn't matter. Just a good minute. Where are we getting our beam power 1.0? Okay, from that thing. And my solar beam wall. Wait, the one around the... That's not... No, that's... Okay, solar beam wall is the one I sent out. That's actually around Minimus right now. Flying around Minimus. That's not the one that's way out there. I'm getting hardly anything from that. Would be nice if I was getting something from the one from the sun, but I kind of knew it wouldn't go that far with this wavelength. All right, so we have 1 hour to burn, and we made that burn. Okay. There we are. Ooh, we only have 600 left. Ooh, this is going to be dangerous. We're going to be cutting it close. And meters ms delta V. But we should have enough to land. Hopefully. Otherwise, we get to say goodbye to 12 brave Kerbals. No, I don't think that's going to be a problem. There we are. Let's bring it back around a little. We don't want it that way. We want it... give me a sec here. Yeah, that's the one. Right there. That's what we want. 1.5 minute burn. That's good. We'll do that. Execute burn. It's supposed to be 41 minutes away, but that's fine. You can do it right here. It'll be not making much of a difference. All right, now that we have done that, we can switch to Minimus base. And it takes forever to load. And let's go ahead and start building up some different things here. I want to make an EVA. I think. Where's Eevee? Yes, there. I want to build an Eevee. That'll take 1 day to build. I want to build also unmanned probe, a manned probe. There we are. And I'm gonna try to. This is kind of insane. Oh, wow, that's receiving 32 megawatts of power. Wow, I didn't think that was even able to receive that much power. I thought the max power received was like 10. All right. There we are. Manned probe done. And that there, we'll go ahead and build this here. Come on. It'll take a day for it to get done. Go ahead and build it. Three, two, one. And my where is it? There it is. Build. Ooh. Well, I don't know what that was. That's fine. Go away. We need this thing to be building a science thing, so when it gets there, it'll be done already. Actually, that's actually not that productive. I should actually have it build a base before it's a base 2.0 before it gets there. That way it can deploy it. That's actually kind of cheating, though. Debatable at this point. Alright, we're going to build also a new docking bay because I've lost most of my docking ports. And let's see where that's at. Yeah, we have plenty of time to keep building things here. I want to build a power thing here. I know that's actually kind of insane, but I want to build a power thing here. You know, my black hole power generator. I kind of want to build one right here. That'd probably take, it's 100 it's 600 ton. It'd probably take 50 some days actually to build that thing. But time doesn't actually matter in this game. I mean, you can spend the time or not, but yeah. Alright, now we're really starting to get laggy because I have way too many items. I have a manned probe, a unmanned probe, I have 3 ships, I have all of these things over here, and then I have this trash laying around here. Yeah, this is ooh yeah, too much for my computer. I lost it. Oh, I'm not sure it should have just left like that. No, that's too dangerous. I need to reload. Yeah, reload. You can't leave. I'll end up losing that base. Alright, so I think I reloaded. I think. Yep, I ended up reloading. I just did. Alright, refining my thing, and we're gonna have to redo that again because I didn't save during that time. I should have saved during that time, but I didn't. Alright, so once again we gotta build my build what I built. I'm gonna skip ahead a little so you don't have to watch me do it yet again. Just need to do it once, I don't do it again. We're building the wait, what are we building here? The factory. Why are we building the factory? That was a mistake. Didn't mean to build the factory. That's building that is actually gonna cause me to lag more building that. I didn't even realize what I was doing. Oh no, I did build the factory and I did build the man probe. I was trying to actually build. The factory doesn't actually increase your productivity rate, so there's no reason in building this stupid thing. That's good, the right one this time. Eva, yes. And those actually, they're really high poly count, those factory pieces are, so I just need to trash them. But alright, so we're building Eva here. It's really laggy, really laggy. My docking bay that I had been building on the other one, it finished already. This is where I decide I want to build and launch a black hole here. It'll take 22 days. That's it. That's actually not bad. Two days to build Eva now. Go ahead and speed up and build it. I'm checking out my different what's it called, so I don't need them. Let's skip forward some. There, Eva is now built and a bit laggy. It keeps popping itself off. It kept popping Eva kept popping. Don't worry, yeah, I just switched back over to here. Eva kept popping itself off. This is a little bit later. I edited it and cut out because I had problems with that. Here, this I built off screen to try to fix my toy airplane problem, and I thought this would be a little sweet little thing here. If hopefully it works. Oh, that's my factory. Oops, nah. At this time I still thought the factory increases my productivity ratio, but it doesn't actually increase my productivity ratio in the least bit. And I make a little crane out of it just to be cute. Here, I'll skip forward so you don't have to watch me build it slowly. There we are. And we're building that crane. Doesn't do a jack bit of good for me. That was stupid building it, but anyway. This little piece here I built for, it blew up, that's fine, a new engine system for my toy plane. Hopefully it works. Here we go. We're going to be building solar up T here. We need the solar power. Yeah, okay, no, solar wall. And we need a solar power so we can generate something here. And so, there. We are using oxide. I thought if I switched it to oxide, I could get enough speed to get into the air, then switch to intake. So it'd have enough intake, but that didn't work. Well. Well. '73 is that a test? Nothing new. Okay. Well, that didn't work, and that sucked. So we're going to go back to here and switch to this. We will land our space bus and drive it to Minimus. This is going to be tons of Kerbals, and it should enable me to build almost anything within a couple of days. Even though, like I said, days don't really matter in this game, but for some reason, I like to keep things moving really fast, days-wise. Even though I have to wait around for a whole year yet to actually activate but I've almost actually completed the whole game. There's like only 3 planets I haven't actually landed on. Unless you count landing on them and actually building a base or something on them, not much left to do. Even though I haven't actually completed all of the missions from, my goal was to complete all the missions from that mission pack. The only problem is that it required you to wait a year to do that. To be able to do any crew missions, which is kind of ridiculous to have that requirement, but it's whatever. I didn't build the mod myself, so I don't have the right to be a judge. It's a free mod. It's awesome. It is actually really awesome, and it probably took a lot of work. Alright, and if I was actually doing this without the warp drive, I guess I would probably have that pretty fast. But it's actually total, if you do it consecutively, it's actually more than 8 years, 2 years. And usually, even with stock, just using stock, I usually have pretty close to more than half of the planets visited by then. Right, and just using stock. And the game froze as it loads up the base. Everything is really, really laggy now because there is so many polygons and so many textures and so many dynamics going on at the same time, physics going on at the same time. It is a crawl space. Even right now, this is actually speed up 4 times. So and it just keeps just kind of slowly moving along. So I will have to do something about that in the next episode or before the next episode, because I cannot move. At the Kerbal Space base. Yeah, we should have enough to easily land. With a little bit left over, actually. And which we do need a little bit left over to actually. No, we didn't even have to activate our RCs. Look at that. That's great. There we go. Now I'll just save and fly off towards the minimum space, and we have our bus full of Kerbals, massively full of Kerbals. RCs. I didn't realize it, but I just burned up all my RC fuel, just that fast. Just how big how powerful those RCs were. Ridiculously overpowered, and no reason to be like that. They weren't very high SP either. Yeah, all gone. 4,000 methane. Can you believe that? Alright, coming a little closer here. Ooh, something blew up. There's something, if one of those things that fell off again. Oh well, there's not much you can do about it. It kept falling off. It was going to blow up eventually anyway. And moving, even though I'm moving really fast, well, not really fast, I'm moving at 5 meters per second and at 4 times speed of what you guys are watching at, you can tell it is crawling. See, before I get a little closer, that way I don't end up running into something important. So we got to remove some items. I think I'll probably unhook my, probably the best things is to get rid of all my drills and then build one big drill. And that will probably really dramatically reduce my lag here. And I also get rid of the original base. Don't need that there. So here we get stuck as I try to fly away from it, but because the physics are all already dynamically out blasted, I can't get away from the you see, I'm hovering in air and it's not letting me move. There, finally it lets me move. Isn't that funny? I've never seen that before. It shows you how, and then once again it starts to happen by a little bit there, by being close to this link. And we're gonna go ahead and land back here. Go back in. And I believe that's where we're gonna call it an end for the day, or pretty close to it. Next time I plan on going to Polo with my manned space. It's a moon around Jewel, and that's where I plan on going. I'm going to transfer all these poor people out. But yes, that's where I kind of plan on going. Polo and landing. I think Polo is small enough to land on it with a probe. If it's not, we'll just orbit around it and come back, and then send out an EVA or another ship of some sort. You gotta transfer these people around. So there we go. I'm gonna skip most of this, transferring, and yeah, I think that'll be about it for the day. And I will see you guys. We're gonna build there. We didn't actually try to do that. 14 days to build a black hole. I want to build one of them here and put orbit around Minimus, if at all possible. So okay, like I said, I will see you guys later. We are shooting this off for Polo in that episode. Hopefully we can pick off right here where it's launching. And yeah, I will see you guys later.